Hey, my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good week so far. This is going to be the weekend update. We're going from Thursday the 8th through Monday the 12th. Doing the enhanced version, 2 cards. 2 for overall energy. And then 4 cards for each of the days. And a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. And a reminder and a thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I'm talking tonight, I'm telling you. For the month of August, I'm doing old school $5 readings. Hit me up, tarotatarot@gmail, or inbox me here on YouTube. Let me know. And we will get you hooked up. So far, so good. I've done a few. Been pretty good. Two more shuffles, tours. One more in there for good measure. Right. Get these popped out. So from underneath the bottom of the deck for the overall emotional loss and firm foundation. For tomorrow, Thursday the 8th, foundation and achievements. For Friday, trapped in fear. For Saturday, fulfillment of wishes. For Sunday, shadow. And for Monday, awareness. And from this deck, Wheel of Fortune on emotional loss, and the 9 of Swords on firm foundation. For foundation and achievements, it's the 3 of Swords. Trapped in fear pulls the 10 of Cups. Fulfillment of wishes pulls the Moon card. Shadow pulls 3 of Cups, and awareness pulls the Princess of Swords. Okay. Diddly do wop do. So for our overall energy for this next handful of few days here, the emotional loss with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is always, I don't know, I hear some people say it's a good card. I'd say it's an okay card because usually when you get the Wheel of Fortune, you get those things that karmically come to you. But you know, it's like, damn, the devil is always in the details. So you get a car, but it's a damn stick shift and you can't drive a stick shift. It's that kind of shit. Where, you know, you're ultimately grateful for whatever it is being thrown your way, obviously, but it'll just be that one damn devil in the details. And you're like, damn, couldn't I get it this way? So it's that kind of overall energy for the weekend. That it's sitting on top of the emotional loss card. For some of you, this may be a period of emotional loss, and understand that's the Wheel of Fortune at play. And there's this shit that's going to happen that's going to be out of your control. What pisses most of us off at this point when you start fucking around with the Wheel of Fortune and trying to figure out what you got going on is that you can't see what's ahead of you. You know, if you let a couple things go, you know, something good or something different is coming in. But what the hell is something good and something different? And we get so worked up, so anxious, and just so over everything, trying to figure out what's coming next, that we are not ever current in the present moment because we're always trying to anticipate what's coming in the future for fear of what we've gotten in the past. Come on now. And so the Wheel of Fortune, when it starts spinning and you get into these energies where it's no longer in your control about what happens, whatever's happening, a lot of it is out of your control. And we just get all beside ourselves like, what the fuck? And that in turn is some of the Uranus energy in Taurus, is that unpredictable, unknowing, fuck it, I can't see the future, I want to stay right where I am energy. It feels like an emotional loss for a lot of us, but the thing is, we, as with anything, You can't put food in the refrigerator if you got old shit sitting in there from 2 weeks ago, spoiled and moldy. You got to clean out the refrigerator. And that's the energy kind of for the next couple of weeks, about getting this energy clear. We know we have things coming, but we're busy tripping over the bullshit that we don't need anymore, basically. So just try to remember with your overall energy, there are going to be some things, some unexpected things that are going to be out of your control, and that's okay. It's all for the better good. So it may look like a pile of crap right this minute. It has a purpose. And when it's time for you to know the purpose, you will. The back end of our overall energy with the Nine of Swords on top of the firm foundation. You can't have a firm foundation if you got questions and keep you up at night. That's the plain blunt message from that. And some of us, I think, are trying to create this firm foundation for ourselves, but it's keeping us up because we're worried. Again, same thing, looking at the front end with the Wheel of Fortune. You don't know what's coming. It's got you up in your head, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let that energy go. It may feel like you're losing, but trust me, it's cleaning. I know everybody's like, what the hell? It really is. You're not losing anything. You're cleaning out. So if you have something that's coming up, maybe in the next week or so, it rocks you, it's unexpected, just know that's the universe, giving you a nudge. That thing needs to be gone so the next thing can come in. With tomorrow's energy, the foundation and achievements with the Three of Swords, same thing, basically. You got to have some heartbreak to make some shit happen. I know that sounds fucked up as hell, but that's the truth. You gotta have some shit. You gotta go through this sometimes to appreciate the good shit. And so not necessarily that anybody is gonna be encountering any kind of cheating, scandal, my person cheating on me type stuff, but maybe more of a reminder that in order to have the kind of foundation a lot of us want in our relationships, that comes from the adversity. I'm really not even getting an energy of cheating off of that. It's more about the regret that we have for things that have happened to us in the past, but we never understand it's those things that make the foundation and help us achieve more. So as you go through your day on Thursday and maybe even Friday and Saturday too, you may be encountering people that are going through different things. You yourself may be going through some regretful, what the fuck did I do that shit for? Trust and believe that energy and that knowledge goes into creating the foundation that you actually are laying your life on. So whatever it is that has you feeling regretful, you need that in your foundation. So at some future point, when something similar happens, you can look back and go, okay, this is what happened last time. I don't want to do this time. So it's going to be kind of a retrospective on regret and how it helps you build your future. I know it sounds fucked up, but this is really the theme for the weekend, about building, clearing out and building, and thinking about those things that help us build the foundations we're trying to build. For Friday with the Trapped in Fear, Ten of Cups, some of you got kids getting ready to trot off to school, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I get it. You're trapped in fear. You ain't got to do shit but cut the damn TV on right now and just hear what's going on wherever. The best thing you can do, Taurus, if you've got little ones and just on a bigger scale, cloak yourself in light. Give your kids the knowledge to know that they are whole no matter what anybody says or how anybody makes them feel about themselves. Give them the understanding that they're good people and they're good beings, regardless of whatever anybody else is saying. Now, obviously, if you got a little knucklehead and you got a knucklehead running around, that's a different story. But for those of you that are feeling this, and you got girls especially getting ready to go off to college, even though they may not be going very far from home, it is a very scary time right now for parents, especially if you got kids of any age. So I feel you. I feel you, Taurus. Y'all, some of y'all are just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm trapped. Don't hold on to this energy, because this is not gonna do anything but project it out to the kids and whoever else happens to be around. So I know, because I can feel it. I know you got this. You feel this. You know, where the hell am I sending my family to? For a lot of you, it ain't even about sending them to school. Just about going to the damn store. Don't hold on to that negative energy, that fear that almost immobilizes you. Don't hang on to that. Don't hang on to that, because by hanging on to that, you attract the very thing you're trying to avoid. Make sure, for those of you that have kids that are getting ready to kick it up a notch and go away, start studying and doing whatever they do, Taurus, do your best to do what you do best, and that's be the kind of loyal parent that you are, and give your kids the best knowledge that you can give them as they start their journey in this madhouse. And show them the tricks of the trade, whatever you need to do, so that you know that they're healthy and successful as they start out on this. This is resonating for a lot, the storyline for a lot of people that have family members that are getting ready to branch out into other areas and start doing other things. It's a very scary time to be doing that. But Taurus, again, don't hang on to that fearfulness, because that fearfulness attracts the very thing that you're trying to avoid. Just give the best to your kids that you know to give them, and they'll be fine. We get into Saturday's energy, fulfillment of wishes with the moon card. It's a lot of shadow, and even Sunday's big card is the shadow card. There's a lot of shadow energy going on right now, and it's manifesting itself in a lot of different ways. But what it's doing is making certain things come to light. So as you go through the weekend, you may feel like you're hearing things or seeing things that you hadn't seen before, but it's really all happening so you can get your wishes fulfilled. Hello. And sometimes you gotta have, sometimes if you know something before you're supposed to know it, you fuck up the very thing you're trying to work on. This is that energy. You may begin to see some things that you didn't know about that are actually working on in your behalf to help you be happy. That's the best way I know how to say that. Hidden things, hidden messages may come out over the weekend. Things you didn't know from people you didn't think would say certain things, whatever, however that's resonating. That's the energy. You're going to hear things and maybe almost want to tell you a Wizard of Oz kind of peek behind the curtain type of energy. And it will open your head up about what you're doing and where you're trying to go. For Sunday's energy, again with the shadow and the Three of Cups, some of you may be having babies. This has been a prevalent theme across a lot of signs in the zodiac. I don't know I don't know what y'all drinking in the water. Y'all go ahead. But some of you may be expecting, you may find out over the weekend that you're expecting, that it's sitting on top of the shadow card. There may be some things that you need to deal with your partner as far as new bambino coming along. But others of you, this may be about parents. If they're sick, they're not well, if they're, of age, just getting older, you may some of you may have to just kind of take the reins. I don't want to say take the reins, that sounds funky, but that's the energy. And when you start taking over other people's stuff, there's shadow. You still have to deal with both sides of shit. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to take the good side and I take the bad side. So for some of you, if you're pregnant or if you're finding out that you're pregnant, you may find out you might have to be on bed rest for a minute. For others of you, it may be a thing, you know, you may have a certain type of pregnancy that causes certain types of gestational illnesses like diabetes, something in that realm. Not going to resonate with everybody. Just know all is well. That's really the best way I know how to put that. But sometimes when you're dealing with the fertility of something, the idea of something, even if it's not a baby, but the birthing of a business, is shadow that you just don't know about. The shit you got to deal with. Taxes, crazy ass vendors. I'm just saying, there's always that underside. So that's just kind of there. If you're not in the baby having business right now and you're at another stage in life, it's the same thing. You may, especially those of you with parents. Yeah, those of you that have parents that are aging and maybe sick or somewhere on that spectrum, you know, there's that backside of having to deal with. That's a lot of sacrifice of time and energy when you've got to go and take care of a parent or parents. So this is just kind of the flip showing you, you know, if you got all this going on, there's a dark side to it. There's an underside, a shadow side. Doesn't make it bad. If you are pregnant and you end up on bed rest, not a bad thing. You know, you saving yourself and your baby. For those of you that are dealing with parents, you know, finding out they don't have as much money, that shadow. Because everybody thought he worked at the railroad for 200 years. He didn't have no money. That kind of energy. Because you never know what's going on. Life and the circumstances, it do what it do. So, don't let it drag you down. Just deal with it as best you can. Keep a positive outlook on it. When we get to Monday's energy with awareness and the Princess of Swords, just quite simply, be aware, especially at work. Be aware of what you're saying, what you're doing. The energy that's at play right now is real sketchy. This is Mars moving out of Leo into Virgo, I think on the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And so all this in your face energy right now is Mars and Leo. Mars is the warrior planet. I don't have to tell you what a lion does. So that's why everything is very aggressive, very in your face, very fuck you right now type shit. And it's almost, I don't know, it's irritating to me, the energy. It's just irritating because it's just all over the place and people are all over the place and things are popping up and it's crazy. So do the best that you can, Taurus, over the weekend. I will certainly be back up here probably Saturday to start the week on Sunday for the reading because I understand this shit ain't no joke at all. Universe, give me 2 for guidance, please. Give me 2 for the weekend. Accept the gifts of the universe and share a breath. Wow. So this is all kind of, and you just look at the way the cards are, what the cards are. It's just compare and fucking contrast. So you got the Wheel of Fortune on emotional laws. You know, way over here and way over here. You got the firm foundation, but you got the 9 of Swords. You got the 3 of Swords in the foundation and Achievers card. You got the Happy Family card on top of the Trapped in Fear card. It's about seeing, understanding, and processing the backside of it. Yeah, you got to send the kids off to college, but you're scared because of so many ugly and nasty things that are going on in the world right now. You want your wishes fulfilled, but yeah, you know, what's the dark, shady ass truth behind that? It's that kind of energy. So when I see accept the gifts of the universe, I'm really harking back to the Wheel of Fortune. You know, be happy you got the damn car. So what is the stick? Learn something new. That's Uranus's job, to throw that kind of shit into your life. Uranus is getting ready to go retrograde here shortly. So you may as you drag out the rest of the forward moving energy, you may have something just like that happen. You get a car, beautiful, it's a Jaguar, but it's a stick. Accept the gifts of the universe. Maybe it's time for you to learn something different. And sometimes the only way we can get it is when we get something we really want that's just off. I'm just saying. Accept the gifts of the universe. Accept them, because while it may not look like a gift to you, it is. You know, damn, I don't drive a stick. Learn. Learn something new. Learn something new. Share breath. Share breath. Share breath with yourself. But more importantly, share breath with somebody. Sit down, have a breather. Have a cup of tea, get a drink. Whatever it is. At some point this weekend, connect with somebody that means a lot to you. Sit down, have a conversation if you're not close. If you are close, go grab some coffee, go to McDonald's, do early morning breakfast, go grab a late night snack, however it's resonating, but share a breath. Share a breath. Sometimes we don't take time to just sit down and look around us, admire nature, and we all too often don't find someone to do it with. You get a minute this weekend, find that other person that just as quirky as you are, may not be a romantic partner but a friend, and share a breath. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I love you. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. I'll see you in a few days. Bye, y'all.